Bam. Issa Chiroma don't move communicate. Say Friday na lockdown, total lockdown for the whole Cameroon, for the whole Republic of Cameroon. Now so it dey now. So made them mourn all man where they be kill them for that protest will happen. You know. Then Biana don't move his own thing. Say they want mourn the former prime minister where be die, blah blah blah. He don't mourn Aijo. He don't mourn Aijo where they want go mourn a prime minister. Even where they want go visit prime minister at home, he deny. Now you want say they want mourn former prime minister Ayang Luke. They never mourn Achidi Achu, where die, former prime minister. You understand? So not just game way the play. If they want mourn people, how many one day for 9 years we Biado mourn people where they die for Southern Cameroon, whether in a military or in a civilian? How many we probably mourn for one day, one day so? Where Chiroma Naro declare lockdown for the whole territory of Cameroon. It can't tell you own to say one declare own lockdown. You understand? Let's say it get hard for the way own about morning former prime minister. If the man will get good conscience, even for say me he bring Aijo, he cops back. For even show concern. You understand? Massa. See as a man treat. Okay, if you want to celebrate former prime minister, then see Sikwe he carry former prime minister chief paramount chief in Noni Ephraim lock up for Kondengi. In Noni 6 sote na for diamond way prime minister Jongute back sote be the carry that man go abroad. So whether not die, do die for abroad, we don't know. Now, if one can pretend, let's say one can mourn Iron Look. Yeah, we say Iron Look. Now, one go money die. Mama die since, don't promise we die since they never ever celebrate to die. You understand? And now we Chiroma declare on Friday, 21st of November, lockdown. Only for mourn all man will die. This almost 50 people will die for the protest time. Now they know say man get hard for country, you understand? At least show some love for people where they don't die. You know. For country and they were even a motor accident. See Tico Douala Road. How many people did die for Tico Douala Road way? You ever hear say probably called maybe more people where they don't die? This Christmas it comes, so you go see them. They keep their life will see blood. They don't mourn, you understand? How many Cameroon soldiers they don't die where they just mainly say nothing happen. I'm telling you. When I listen to the Twitch room they talk, when I listen.
Cameroonian, my dear compatriot ladies and gentlemen. A few days ago, I gave the illegitimate regime a 48 hours deadline to proceed with the immediate release of all political prisoners and arbitrary detainees. In that time, only small number among the thousands of detainees, mostly minor who should never have been there, have been released from their cells. I take note of that. However, the gesture remains very insufficient. It is merely a masquerade aiming at deceiving our people. There are still many, far too many, in detention, and arrest continue. The regime has chosen to disregard this appeal, just as it has disregarded your votes, your voices, and even your life. Since then, I have remained silent. I have listened. I have observed. It is therefore my duty today to break this silence. I address you with seriousness, solemnity, and respect. On October 12, 2025, you spoke. You made your choice. And for daring to defend that choice, some Cameroonians have fallen under the bullet of a desperate regime. They fell in the streets of our city, hunted down, beaten, and tortured. They fell so that the truth may live. They were minor, young adult, father, and brave mother. They were Cameroonian. They are today our martyrs. In their memory, in homage to their sacrifice, and in fidelity to our common oath, in my capacity as a president-elect, I decided that Friday, November 21, 2025, as a National Day of Mourning. This day will be a public holiday throughout the national territory. No businesses, no office, no administrative services should operate. This will not be an ordinary day. It will be a day of silence, remembrance, and reflection. I invite you to observe a minute of silence exactly at noon, 12 p.m. throughout the national territory and in the diaspora. United in grief, but standing in dignity. I call upon believers of all faiths to gather in their place of worship, to pray, to entrust to God the souls of our loved one, to sanctify the memory of the righteous struggle. This coming Friday, November 21, will not only be a tribute, it will be an act of resistance, a collective offering in memory of those who have fallen. Like the hero of 1955, those of May 26, 1990, or the uprisings of 2008, who never received a national recognition, the martyrs of this electoral crisis will enter the history of free Cameroon. We will thus present to the world an image of a united, dignified, and supportive people who yield neither to fear nor to electoral theft, and do continue in honor to build the Republic of the sovereign people. A support fund for the victims will also be established. We will clarify the detail in due time. To all I say, this day unites us in sorrow, but also in the promise of a better tomorrow. A tomorrow where justice will replace impunity, where education, health, and infrastructure will be the priority of a state reconciled with its mission. Our action to respect your will is grounded in a clear and structured plan. New instruction will be given in the day to come, aligning with our strategy of active and passive resistance. I state this firmly. I will not betray. I have received a clear mandate from the people to uphold the truth of the ballot box and to engage in the moral and political reconstruction of Cameroon. I decided to dedicate the rest of my life to fulfill this oath of loyalty to the Cameroonian people. The outgoing regime has chosen to swear on the Bible after stealing an election. This perjury seals its own end. It is not our role to save it. We do not negotiate with dishonor. We do not legitimize electoral theft through backroom maneuvers. And I reiterate, so that no one doubts, I will never back down. I will never negotiate. I will never capitulate. Long live the Republic, long live Cameroon, and may the Lord Almighty, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to bless and protect our nation. Thank you.